Welcome language learners from all around the globe to Listen Up, the podcast that takes you on a captivating voyage through the English language. Whether you've just started your journey or have been navigating the intricacies of English for some time, this podcast is designed to be your trusty compass, guiding you towards fluency and unlocking the wonders of English. I'm your host, Karen, a passionate traveller and an experienced teacher of English as a second language. Join me as we embark on an exciting expedition filled with British history read by a native speaker. Together, we'll conquer the challenges and celebrate the victories of learning English as a foreign language. Each episode of Listen Up will immerse you in a variety of topics, from aspects of British culture, history, and literature. We'll explore useful vocabulary that will empower you to communicate confidently in English. If you want to read along with the podcast, head to my website www.onepawinthesand.com/ESL. The link is in the description. But this podcast isn't just about learning English in isolation. It's about building a community of language learners, supporting one another, and fostering a love of the English language. I encourage you to engage with us through my Patreon page, where you can connect with fellow learners, ask questions, and share your own language journey. So, whether you're sipping tea in Tokyo, walking the streets in Sao Paulo, or studying in a bustling cafe in Berlin, Listen Up is here to accompany you on your quest for English fluency. Join me as we embark on this transformative expedition, where language becomes an adventure and your dreams of effective communication become a reality. Today's episode is called End of Traditional Life. In the midst of the vast North Atlantic Ocean lies a remote archipelago with a rich history and a haunting tale of human resilience and isolation. St Kilda, a group of islands located 40 miles west-northwest of North Uist, holds the story of its last 36 inhabitants who made the remarkable decision to voluntarily evacuate their ancestral home. This evacuation marked the end of centuries of isolation and self-sustenance, leaving behind a legacy that resonates to this day. For centuries, the inhabitants of St Kilda lived in relative isolation, enduring the harsh climate and rugged terrain of the archipelago. Despite the challenging conditions, the community had managed to develop a unique way of life that revolved around hunting seabirds, particularly puffins and gannets, as well as farming and fishing. Their traditions, language, and lifestyle had evolved independently, making them a distinct and tightly knit community. The inhabitants' relationship with the surrounding environment was deeply intertwined with their survival. Yet, as the modern world encroached upon their solitude, the challenges of maintaining their traditional way of life grew more daunting. By the early 20th century, the inhabitants of St Kilda were facing increasing difficulties in sustaining their isolated existence. The reliance on bird hunting and limited agricultural opportunities made it hard for them to secure a consistent food supply. External contact with the mainland was sporadic, and the archipelago's limited resources were beginning to take a toll on the community's health and well-being. In the face of these challenges, the inhabitants made a momentous decision to leave St Kilda. On this day, 29th of August 1930, the last 36 individuals bid farewell to their ancestral home. This voluntary evacuation marked the end of an era, as they left behind their traditional way of life and embraced an uncertain future on the mainland. The evacuation of St Kilda's last inhabitants was a poignant moment that highlighted the inevitable clash between tradition and modernity. However, this departure was not the end of St Kilda's story. In recognition of its unique culture and natural significance, the archipelago was designated as one of Scotland's World Heritage Sites in 1986. Today, St Kilda stands as a testament to the resilience of its former inhabitants and the delicate balance between human existence and the natural world. The National Trust for Scotland manages this archipelago, preserving its historic sites and protecting its fragile ecosystem. The abandoned village, the cleats, stone storage structures, and the haunting ruins offer visitors a glimpse into the past and a chance to reflect on the profound choices that shaped St Kilda's destiny. And that wraps up another episode of Listen Up. I hope you enjoyed learning about my topic today and practicing your English. Remember, the exploration doesn't have to end here. If you have any lingering questions or want to continue the conversation, I've got some great opportunities for you. First off, I offer private lessons for those of you eager to expand your knowledge further, whether it's practicing today's subject or exploring other topics. I'm here to guide you on your English journey. Reach out to me through my website or social media platforms, and let's embark on a personalised learning experience together. I have been involved with training people for more than 10 years. I've been teaching English as a second language for over a year, in which time I have taught over 500 students, many of whom are regulars. But wait, there's more. If you're a devoted fan of Listen Up and want to show your support, consider joining our Patreon community. Your contribution directly helps us bring you more episodes and maintain the quality of our show. Your support truly means the world to me, and we couldn't continue this podcast without you. So whether you choose private lessons or Patreon, or both, I look forward to staying connected and exploring the fascinating realms of English as a second language together. Thank you once again for joining us on Listen Up. Until next time, keep practicing.